All right, so let us move ahead with our basic outbound process. So as you know, like outbound process, it's like, it can be stock transport orders, inbound like or outbound, like, who you want to send. You want to send to your internal warehouse, or you do stock transport orders, and you have outbound. Also, you have to the customers. So typically, we do understand always like outbound, like working with customers. So in this process, you basically see a sales order getting created and followed by an outbound delivery. And this gets replicated and created as an outbound delivery request and followed by outbound delivery order. Okay. So this outbound delivery order in previously going forward, no, you may not see this. It is directly creating in S4HANA. There are certain options we can directly replicate it, bypassing this part. But in EWM, in decentralized, yes, it does created with S4 in SCM boxes. But even in S4HANA also it is created, but in a going forward later versions, it will directly create this. Okay. So, but again, just to give you tomorrow, like when you listen about this thing, you shouldn't be surprised. So basically, that's why I'm giving a brief about. So as soon as an outbound delivery getting created, it will replicate and create an outbound delivery request. It is kind of a container carried to your EWM system with all the delivery information. And then it does create an outbound delivery. So this is where we plan our warehouse activities. And it has other names. What do we call that? Warehouse
request, yeah.
So then followed by you do create a warehouse task, and then it can be automatic or manual. So manual is as you do is manually. Automatic is basically by what?
Program
PPFs, post processing frameworks. Okay. So then picking complete, and as soon as you does the picking activity and does goods issues, system will create an outbound delivery order. So if you notice here, there are two different documents. In fact, three documents in inbound, basically two, right? But here you have three documents with almost same name: outbound delivery request, audio, outbound delivery order, and outbound delivery. So this is basically is meant for your internal plan, for your warehouse plan, and this document is to transmit to communicate with your customers, your external business partners. Let's say customer. So as soon as you did the goods issue, system will create an outbound delivery or vice versa. You can always create a delivery and then do a goods issue. Okay, and then you communicate this delivery. Usually, in business terminology, you call delivery node, right? So you don't communicate this. This is created for your warehouse activities to plan your activities. But this is the one you communicate with to communicate to your customer or any all these activities, any external business partners. You do communicate. You print this document as a delivery note and communicate to your customers.
So Azam, the packing slip will be generated at FDO or at goods issue time. Where does it get generated?
Packing slips. Can anybody tell?
Well, I think it should be under FDO.
No. See, packing slip, it is generated at packing slips. Okay, you have a pick slip, pick list, packing list, all that happens here. So what happens as soon as you do create a task, and then you do picking and then packing and finally staging, right? Technically, it's like picking, packing, and staging and loading, right? There ends the story. So all this it can be created during. So if you have a different different steps, you want to keep it differently, like for packing also. So you can have a pick list and pack list getting generated during these activities. And finally you stage it and you do the goods issue, and then delivery gets created and you print it and create a delivery note and send it to customers. Okay. All right. So this is the same again, the integration, the delivery integration, the same as is. So you do what we have seen in our inbound process. Are you guys following? It's clear, right?
Yes, it's clear.
Even for vendor returns, outbound delivery will be created, or
It does creates, yes, outbound delivery. It's a return delivery of call. Okay, it's a return delivery, and then it creates a return order and return delivery, and then it creates a picking list.
Return delivery is kind of a OBD document.
But what it will create in EWM then? That is like a S4 or ECC, they create the internet return deliveries or return orders. No.
Yeah, it's an outbound delivery
In EWM, right? Okay.
I think
EWM process.
delivery
EWM process will be the same.
Same. The process is the same in warehouse activities. Either it is inbound or outbound.
Okay. No, I mean for the outbound, creating the sales order, outbound delivery, and then replicating that into the EWM. That is clear. But for the return, so we create the return sales order and the return delivery in ECC or S4 in fact.
Same document, but you will have a document type, different document type, different status types, different references. The profiles are different in a return processes because it does behave differently, right? The status profiles, yeah.
And the process type will be different too, correct? Because of the delivery type.
Document type is also different. You create a different document type for those, and it will have a different profiles. So and different criteria, but the document it does create is delivery only, outbound delivery or inbound delivery.
No, but he's asking whether WPT is the same.
WPT is the same. There won't be any difference. Warehouse process type, no, it should be different. Yeah. The warehouse process type will be different, right? This is how you configure it. For every different document type, you have different process types. You know why? Reason is that because you want to differentiate every movement. Again, you see, in the process type, if you go, there are only couple of categories, right? Either it is put away or outbound. There is nothing called return or something, put away or picking. But you do create different process type. The reason being is that you want to differentiate your movements. You remember the various process categories. There are a couple of it.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, only those. But for the system, it is limited. But for you, you create different process types. This is like a standard practice. Every different movement, you will have different process type.
Yep.
So as soon as you see, you immediately understand what has happened. So, okay. Document type and define document type determinations. Here we have, okay, for PDO, OUTB, FTO, and OUTB document type. So in here, basically, you don't do the outbound delivery order configuration. In S4HANA, I believe it is, you don't need that configuration. System is defaultly taking the document types. If you have any Z, then only you will have to configure. Let me go to interface. So you see LF is the outbound delivery order, outbound delivery, ERP outbound delivery document type. So for all LF, it does creates with OUTB, outbound delivery order. Okay. For real, it is IMB. Are you guys following it? I don't see any.
Yeah, we are following you.
Yeah,
Right.
that's fine, yeah.
So let me create one sales order so that more visible. So I've created one customer. Okay. So I create for. So I'm going to create one outbound delivery. So you see here the document type is LF. So likewise, you have a lot of delivery types. For returns, it is RL. You see RL, RLL. Yeah.
Yep.
So each different document type, it does have a different process. So when you create a return to vendor, it creates with RL. Return delivery to vendor. Likewise, return customers, LF, and the return to customer, advanced returns. This is the standard. LR is a standard, and LR2 is for advanced returns. This somebody has created. I think this is LR. It creates now. And you see for outbound intercompany, it is NLCC, and stock transports, it is NL. Likewise, there are different document types based on which you do configure.
Hey, Azam,
Okay.
one quick question
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Whenever we are creating a production order issue, that delivery which is created, that delivery type also is part of this one.
Right. It does create a delivery. You see, basically, you have two different types of productions with reference to EWM. One is with delivery based, and one is PMRs. Okay. If it is delivery based, yes, it does creates a delivery with WD. 1 second. Yeah, this one. DOG, DIG, DOG and DIG, I think. But if in PMRs, we don't have production material request, you don't have deliveries. It is PMR itself will replicate to EWM, and based on that, you do picking of your raw materials. But delivery based, yes, it does create with DIG and DOG. Like.
Okay, so when I create my delivery, I will go into how that delivery.
You don't create a delivery. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No. So how does that delivery get created? When I create a production order,
it's in the background. It does create it. Whenever you create a production order, it will the warehouse request is generated, so it will automatically create this delivery in the background and communicate to EWM. It's a standard.
Okay.
But in case of PMRs, it does create PMRs, not this. We'll see that. We have one session of production. Okay, so I'm saving this. So we'll go to delivery. Do you know, right, Shravan, how to navigate?
These ones, yeah.
Yeah, you're clear with this, right?
Yeah.
If you follow this, this type of practice, so you will understand more like about the objects.
Correct. Yeah.
Not remember that equals. Really,
Correct. Yeah, I understood that when you do it that every
because
time.
you have lot of passwords to remember. No? It's better not to remember these things. You see here, it is created with PDO. You know what a PDO is, right? What is this PDO? So what is the difference? Document category and document type?
Predefined document category are predefined ones by SAP, and document type can't be customized, let's say.
Right.
Categories are always constant. It is standard SAP. You cannot change it.
Right. True. Okay. So you see here, it has determined the movement type here. You see the warehouse process type, and also it has determined the staging base. Right. So let us work with the new process type. Okay. It's the same story again. I go back. What I do now, I create a new storage type. Where it is no, it's actually no warehouse process type. So where do I go? Cross
process setting.
Yeah.
We use the 2010.
We can use. We haven't created yet, so I created something like T020. We'll see. 2020.
Should switch the activity.
You see here, you see, as I said, you have only these many. Whatever the process it does create, it has to be taken from anywhere of this row. So this is a stock removal activity, and the activity is meant for picking stock removal, right? And what else we have? You see here, in this time it should come in destination, right? So I'll create one. Let me take some. You want me to create another? Let me take something here. Outbound staging, and I'll create one bin. What is this? Activity area. It should be nothing actually. Okay, rounding entries we have maintained, right? Basically, we don't need this. Okay. So define controlling. You see, did I explain you about this controlling indicators? No, right?
No.
Basically, this is one. It's one of a criteria for determining your warehouse process type. Let's say, for example, you have. I'll show you here. We create one process type 03.
It can happen, for example, that we have a specific receiving process that we want to manage differently.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. See, every material is managed. 1 second. So basically, every product is behaving differently, right? Some products are, you need a product warehouse task, or some products do follow process oriented storage control. Some you don't want. So it is basically this indicator you're maintaining in material master level.
Mhm.
Yeah. In the
So it is
master
not-
data,
Is it something like a put away indicator sort of thing?
Yes, exactly.
it is an indicator. It is an indicator, but not put away indicator. It is a warehouse process type indicator. So it does helps you to determine, okay, at product level, you can drive to what process type that does it has to pick. Let's say you see in this case, it has inbound with unloading and put away. So it has complex process. And this is inbound with put away. So I don't want a complex process. So for certain materials I want, for certain I don't want. So if I maintain Y1, so it picks up one process type, and if it is Y2, it picks up differently. Like, you see here in the determine warehouse process type, it is one of a criteria. You see this one.
Yeah.
You don't need to change every time. Instead, you see these two things. One is when you have a blank, it takes 214, but it is Wi-Fi. If you maintain Wi-Fi, it takes 215. So it depends on what criteria, what process type do you want to.
Yeah.
So currently I want T020. I haven't maintained anything. Okay. So I just pick this up. So now what I do?
And also this process indicator is basically attached to the material master, correct? Product master, correct?
Right. Yeah. Most of indicators are all at product level.
Do you have a mass transaction to update the those process indicators or those indicators on the material master in Mat1?
Yeah, in warehouse monitor.
We can do that, right? We'll discuss this process codes tomorrow. I change the process type, right? Now the indicator has changed. Okay. So it should pick up my specific process type.
In case of outbound, it gives the delivery number, EWMs.
What?
In
Sorry?
case of outbound, it gives the
Uh-huh.
EWM delivery number here.
No. It's the same. It's a delivery number, but the number range is different.
Okay, sorry. It's S4 delivery. My bad.
The number range it has maintained with like this. You see, now it has picked up your warehouse process type. Okay. Okay. So now I'll proceed with the warehouse task here. The system could not determine source storage. So what is it saying? The system storage type search fully not determined. So nothing has determined, right? This one. So
Yeah, we didn't
think
perform the
we haven't
strategy.
done. We have done.
Yeah.
We haven't done the strategy, right?
Yeah.
So basically, what happens in the strategy is it's the same again. Only that the objective is to determine your storage type search sequence. If you could determine the search sequence, system will find the storage types and the bins. Okay, it's even in the inbound it is the same, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, what are the different criteria which can determine? So we have a warehouse process type, storage removal indicator. Okay, so we get this process type from OBD and indicator from product master. So both this will help us to determine our storage type search sequence, and then immediately system will find, and you have a list of priority. You will sort based on your priority which storage type should it search first to pick the stuff. Correct? Clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah. So this thing I am going to do it now. And then what is the stock removal rule? Okay. So you see stock removal rule. So we have something extra object which we have a stock removal rule, which is basically used for your sorting of your stock based on FIFO or LIFO or based on SLED or quantity based, or like what criteria do you want to list out your bins under this particular storage type. Okay. This basically they are assigned to storage type search sequence. So we will check in the system now. So first criteria is that the objective to whenever you want your strategy to work, the first criteria is to determine the search sequence. So how you're going to do that? This we will see now. Okay, so strategy goods issue. Right now. Yeah. We have strategy, stock, specify stock removal rule. Okay. So I'll create one stock removal rule. Is it 03? I'll create as it is already there FIFO. So here I'm defining a FIFO rule. What is FIFO?
First in, first out.
So what? How, on what
Based on the
criteria?
date.
What basis? What
Based on goods receipt date. No.
right?
Yeah.
Right. So it's a goods receipt date and time. Even if you want only
Yeah.
date, it is something else. If it is just both date and time, it is WDA TU.
Yeah.
So let's say for now we will take a FIFO logic. Okay. And now this I am assigning this to my storage type search sequence. Okay. So is it 03 T020? Okay, we don't have. So I just copy this T020 assign storage type. So I'm going to, what is this? To delete all. So here you define your sorting sequence. So I only have stock in T020, just so I keep this one for now. Okay.
The storage type group, we can use it. If
You
you
can
want,
use
or-
it also, right? You can
Okay.
use it. You don't need, let's say you have a couple of storage types grouped under one group. So you
Mhm.
don't give this, instead you give a group.
Okay.
Like, stringent FIFO processes. Stringent is one of the process wherein stocks visibility expand across the storage types, not in one.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to create one indicator 020 remove one. So I have indicator, I have a search sequence, and I have assigned the storage types. So now determine the storage type search sequence from here. So so I just copy this and I give. Okay, so this is my control, stock removal control indicator. So whatever T020 and the warehouse process type is T020,
T020.
and then go to T020 with a removal rule as FIFO. Yeah, enter.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go back.
You
It
need to
still
assign
couldn't,
the removal
master data, right?
indicator. Yeah.
Right.
In the master data, yeah.
Yeah, now you see it has determined. So what did it do? We can go and check here. So based on the GR date, it is checking in here. Okay, so we will discuss about the different rules. Yeah, but you understand this, the search strategies of
Yeah.
outbound. So
Yes.
tomorrow we will work on different strategies. What are the different strategies and what is a pick and choose? Yeah, and different FIFO, LIFO, all this story we'll see tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.